soon as I got all three of my kids back, I say like 2 or 3 days later, the social worker call was like, "Oh, you just did a dirty test," and I'm like, "How was that?"
Do you have a story to tell or a question to ask?
Well, I have two. Well, I have two. Okay, my story start off as, okay, I have a DCSS case open in Palmdale, and I had when my case first got open, I had did what I had to do with it.
Hey, Leah.
Hello.
Yeah, we're on a live radio show, Leah. Stay with me.
Okay. And soon as I got all three of my kids back, I say like 2 or 3 days later, the social worker call was like, "Oh, you just did a dirty test," and I'm like, "How was that?" And I'm like, "That's BS." So she was like, I said, "Well, let me take the test over." So she was like, "No, no, 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 no." So she battled me back and forth. So first thing she told me on the phone, "We're gonna come up with a family plan." And I said, "Okay." But when I was on the phone with her, I had left my house with my kids already because I had a feeling they were going to sneak up at my house and try to take my kids. And lo and behold, that's exactly what they tried to do. Because I left my mom there in my house. And when I seen the process what they were trying to do, she said, "Okay, you know what? I'm going to say, your kids is missing." I'm like, "How are they missing? You know, I have them." I said, "No, I'm going to see if they can go with a family member. I'm not going to turn my kids back over to y'all." She said, "No, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that." So she called the police and told the police that I was missing and she don't know where my kids at. Me and my kids is at. So next thing you know, I called the police station and I talked to the same police officer. And he said, hold on. I'm just on the phone with the supervisor from DCSS, and she says you missing. I don't see how you missing if I'm talking to you. So he got mad at that and hung the phone up. So immediately, right then and there, I ain't gonna lie, I took off with my kids. I left. Boom. I skipped state. I was on the run almost a whole year with my kids. I was in Las Vegas, Nevada. When they found out I was in Vegas, they called CPS in Vegas to come to my house. So they came to my house, checked my house out, checked my kids to see I wasn't lying, checked my kids to see who I was and everything, and she automatically terminated the case. And she called California and said, "No, we terminating the case because I don't see no reason why we should remove the kids and they ain't nothing wrong and our house is intact and it's house full of food." So automatically they got mad at that. Next thing you know, I had a bond of $500,000 on my head, and I'm being charged with kidnap. So all of a sudden, here come the police, boom, and I ain't never been in jail a day in my life, and I'm 37. Police come, automatically just grab me and slam me, boom, dead on my face. I don't even know what's going on. Vegas police like, I'm gonna tell you later. And next thing you know, I was just looking at my daughter. And my daughter was like, "Mama, don't fight back. Mama, don't fight back." Because I didn't know what was going on. And then when I get to the police car, they take me to the police station. And I heard on the walkie-talkie in the police car, they was like, "We finna detain the kids." And when I heard that, I said, "Oh, my God," I automatically broke down right then and there. Boom. So now my kids is at Vegas, CPS, waiting on California, Palmdale to come get them. I got arrested March the 11th. That's the same day my kids got taken. My kids came down to Palmdale March the 15th. They kept me in jail for 25 days. So I was in Vegas for 3 weeks. Then Palmdale came and got me. I was in Palmdale for the rest of the time. And they didn't want to let me go to court, no nothing. They kept making up excuses because of coronavirus. And I took 3 tests and they all came out negative. So when I finally went to court, the detective that was on my case from DCFS that was looking for me the whole time I was on the run, she came to court. When she came to court, she had talked to me and she said, don't lie to me. Tell me everything because I've been looking for you. It was kind of hard to find you, but I need you to tell me everything, what's been going on and the reason why they charge you with kidnap. And I told her everything from A to Z. I did not lie about it. I did not sugarcoat about it. And I told her I was scared for my life because I already know what they did the first time with my kids. They made it hard for me, and they was giving me 1 kid at a time, but they took all my kids at the same time. So I told her I automatically took off. And so she asked me in my face, she said, would you do it again? And I said, you know what? I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, but this time I know a better way to do it because they put me on Crime Stopper. They put me on Facebook. They put me on Google. They put me on all this stuff with me and my kids. So now the detective gets me an OR out of jail from court, but I had to get a restraining order. So in the process of me getting a restraining order, I can't see or talk to my kids, and I haven't seen and talked to them since I've been arrested, since March the 11th. So I'm like, oh my God, this is gonna hurt me even more. So I was having my daughter's call, and my daughter at this point, she's 16. She called and was like, Mama, we're going up for adoption, Mama. I'm like, what are you talking about? You going up for adoption? How y'all going up for adoption that quick? And then that's when I found out the social worker that I pretty have now, she trying to take my parent rights. They already went to court when I was in jail. They already came up with a court order, basically the same thing that I already did, that I did in my previous case, the same exact classes and stuff. And then this time, they already know I had did half of my time in jail. So when I got out, April 6th, they wanted all this completed by the next month or my parent rights is going to get taken off top. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? So automatically I panicked, but they didn't know I had did my classes and everything before I even got arrested because I knew I was going to turn myself in or I was going to get caught. It was going to be one or the other, but I wasn't going to go empty-handed, and I didn't want my kids in the system forever, and like it was the first time. So when they got all my documents and my certificates and all my drug tests and stuff, the social worker automatically said, no, those are fake. Don't take none of those documents. No. And I'm like, how are those fake? She's like, I said, for one, Danielle, how you going to tell me something is fake? Because for one, I had to pay out my pocket. Y'all wasn't going to help me do nothing. Y'all was going to help me find no classes. I can't get Medicare and all that because they say I make too much money. So I had to make sure I had enough in my budget and plus take care of the household, plus take care of my kids. So she found out that my 2 middle kids' grandma worked at the facility I went to. But at the end of the day, it was probation approval, parole approval, court approval. It helped you with if you're homeless and everything, the internet and all that. It's online, everything legit, all the classes and everything. So she still made an issue of that. And she told me
about the social worker.
Yeah, the social worker.
Uh-huh.
So later on down the line, my daughter, she was 1 at this time. She didn't tell me to March the 4th. I'm sorry. I got a call from the social worker. My baby then got busted in her face and got stitches in her face.
The 1-year-old?
The 1-year-old.
How'd that happen?
I automatically just broke down and screamed. Because my baby ain't never been hurt. My baby ain't never went through none of this before. Her exact words was to me, And I found out I had to do an investigation on my own because she was not helping me do nothing. She kept lying to me. My baby really got hurt April the 30th. She just told me March the 4th. Then she sent me a picture of how my baby looked with the stitches in her face. It's between her eyes.
Wait,
She had to get 3 stitches.
Leah,
Huh?
hold on a second. I want you to hold on. I don't
Okay.
want you to hang up. We got to take a commercial break right now. This is The Secret, How to Fight CPS and Win. We'll be right back after these messages.